I could use my phone for the light. Hey guys, I don't know if this is going to work, but find out. Okay. I'm still live on my phone, apparently. Spotlight. Nah, it's crap, that. The lighting's just crap. I don't know whether this will work. Oh, here we go, got 2 views, that's good. Hey, Richard. So, I've got black hair today. If I put that up there, you can see me a bit better. So you can see me with my laptop. I'm wearing my laptop, and I'm kind of in cosplay, sort of, because I've got a wig on, and I've done my face I've done my face white, and done the eyebrows. Do you know what I've discovered? You can't get black eyebrow pencil, which I think is weird, because aren't there girls or guys with black hair, and they would obviously have black eyebrows? So I have to wear eyeliner for my thingy. I haven't caught streaming a bit. Hey BJ. So what do you think about me with black hair? I think I'd suit it, actually. My mum doesn't think I'd suit it, but I think it looks fine as long as I wear my makeup like this. The only problem with this wig is the hair just keeps going in my face, so I'm having to use a clip to get it out of my face. It's annoying. It's a pain in the ass. It just won't stay. I'm trying. Just bear with me, okay? I'll start the discussion when I finish prattling about with this stupid wig. So if it just stayed like that, that would be great, but it won't. It'll just go right in my face and I'll look like Cousin It. So I'm trying. I hate hair in my face. Even like one little strand in my face and it absolutely bugs the shit out of me. You see people with hair like in the face and I'm like, how do they stand that? It doesn't look as good pinned up, but at least it's not in my face. Supposedly. I've still got it in my face. It's still in my face. Yeah, I just hate it in my face. Like with a passion. There you go. We got a nice view of my hairnet thing. Anyway, so I think I suit black hair, but my mum doesn't. So that's why I have had it black before. When I was about 15. I thought it would be cool because I had this group of friends. I say friends. They weren't really friends, but they were people that I just chatted to on the internet. I met them in a chat room. They were also like 15 and 16, sort of my age group at the time. And we called ourselves the Weekenders because we chatted on MSN Messenger every weekend. Friday, Saturday, and maybe Sunday, I can't remember. And they were absolutely horrible to me. Well, I say they, just one guy was horrible, called Richard. And he was so nasty that he also got the others to join in as well. The others Mark didn't want to join in, but Sammy would join in. And all 3 of them, they had black hair. All died. Mark had brown hair, Sammy had brown hair, and Richard had ginger hair. And Richard was the nastiest bastard ever. He had a problem with me for absolutely no reason whatsoever. And when I complained to Mark about it, he just said, oh, it's how he is with new people. Like, he's like that with all new people. And I said, well, don't you think that you should stop him from doing that? Instead of just saying, oh, it's how he is. Oh, it's how he is. It's like, that's not acceptable, though. Because if you're trying to make new friends, that'll just scare them away. But apparently none of them had a problem with my friend Vicky, because I had her join in the conversation one time. And even though they all knew me longer than Vicky just fit in with them like that, like straight away. They liked her. And even she joined in with having a go at me. Like when they started having a go at me like they often did when Richard was around. Vicky even joined in. I'm like, Vicky, you're my friend and you've known me longer. Why are you defending them and joining in with having a go at me? It's just so nasty. Thanks a lot, Vicky. So yeah, so that's what happened with that. Anyway, I dyed my hair, not really to fit in with them, but I did it because I wanted to kind of like have a group where we all look the same. Cause that's been my dream all my life, is to have like a group of friends where we all look the same or similar, like whether it be like similar hairstyles, similar clothes, or something like that. I've always liked the idea of that, so I dyed my hair so it'd be like, because I had blonde hair and they had black hair, so I thought it'd be cool if I had black hair too. Plus, that was the age where I was going through my goth phase as well, so I thought black hair would look better. Hello? Okay. So anyway, so my mum said she did not like it when I had it black, and she said, "Don't ever have it like that again." And I think that just looked bad because I had really short hair at the time, like even shorter than that wig that Brad has seen me in and Richard on Halloween, which is it's basically the same hairstyle I had when I was 15. Same hairstyle, same color, being black. The only difference was mine was shorter than the wig that you saw me in. It was way shorter. It was just like stubble practically. It was like, it wasn't quite short, but it was like probably an inch long. When it grew, it looked a lot nicer, but unfortunately, you could see the roots, which were a lot lighter, and it looked odd. But I think me with like long black hair would look nicer than the really short cropped black hair. I'm going to see what my mum thinks because she's not actually seen me in this wig. I'm going to ask her what she thinks. And if she likes it, maybe she'll allow me to get my hair done black. She would never stop me. Like if I insisted on having black hair, she wouldn't stop me, but she would advise me it doesn't look good. Anyway, I'm going to show you my outfit real quick before I get into the rant. So you've just seen the top of me so far. I had about 7 views, and they've all gone back down to fecking 3. Thanks a lot. Oh well, go figure, because that's part of the reason why I'm going to be ranting about Patreon people. Either way, it's kind of both, but I'll be explaining why in a bit. So you can still my collar. This is new. I got a blue one as well. What the hell? No, it's okay. So I'm basically wearing the same outfit that you've probably seen me wearing before, but kind of different. Like I say, I have no clue if you can see all of me, but I'm wearing like fishnet tights and long socks and also long boots. The long socks are to make it look even longer, because the long boots alone aren't over the knee ones. They're just like slightly over the knee, but not very much over the knee. So there you go, you can see it better now. It looks a lot better than with the heels, I think, but I cannot walk in heels, so I dare go out in them. So fishnets. So this skirt is the one I was wearing pretty much before I got the one with the crosses. This one's like my ultimate favourite. Well, I've got a really itchy eye at the moment. So yeah, so to get black eyebrows, I just use black eyeliner instead. It's really dark, it's a shame. Why have I suddenly gotten really itchy? That's a good picture. Brad, take screenshots quick. I just hope it's not got any crack in it. I can't really see properly. It's quite shiny, that necklace. It's reflecting the light. I should have put the tail with it, really. It's upstairs at the moment. can't even post any of these pictures on Instagram because my phone is full. Let me. That's a pain in the ass. We got absolutely no good pictures from that other live stream I did. Now, I tried to do a live stream on Halloween, but it wouldn't let me. That's called Ombre, Brad. So yeah, for some reason it won't let me do a live stream. I don't know why. It's going. Your Outlook settings are out of date. All right, so let's go into the rant. I might be interrupted for 5 seconds while I just give my mum her tea. I'm just going to start the rant anyway. So first of all, the Patreon information is all wrong. Good. I'm glad. Thanks for taking the screenshots. So what happens is, the stupid thing is, it says, I've been getting lots of new Patreons lately. So I think. But more on that later. When I go into my Patreon manager thing where it shows all the Patreons that I've got, it shows I've got 6. But then in another section of Patreon, where it's showing how many Patreons I've got, according to that, I've only got 4 Patreons. Yeah, it's on my laptop. I'm doing this on my laptop because my phone still won't let me live stream, and I have no clue why. I think that looks better without the light shining. I'm not sure. What do you think? Do you think it's better with or without the light shining? I'll put it on that side, see if that's any better. I don't know. Just try to give it some light because this is very crappy quality. I think it's because it's probably a dead old laptop by now. It's only a few years old. No light's better. Anyway, so hopefully my dad will get me a new laptop. Maybe he can get me a cool gaming laptop or something. I'd love to have one. I wanted a gaming console, but my dad won't get me one. He won't get me Nintendo Switch. He won't get me Xbox. He won't get me PlayStation. He keeps saying that they're out of date now, like nobody does gaming stations and platforms anymore because everybody does mobile games now. You know, App Store, like iPhone games and stuff. No, they don't. It's still very much popular to play games on your computer games and PlayStations and, you know, these things and no switches and stuff like that. He's just trying to pull the wool over my eyes because he thinks that I'm so much in the dark because I was homeschooled and don't go out to work and shit. He still thinks I'm in the dark about everything. He just realized that I've got the internet and TV, doesn't he? Like, I can see the outside world through these things and I know what's going on. I don't completely live in the Stone Age. People do. Ever since I've been growing up, people just assume that because I was homeschooled that I am living in the dark ages. But I'm 29 now. Like, that doesn't affect me anymore, apart from the fact that I'm at home all the time. But even so, I have a computer and I have TV. So I know people still play video games. Yeah, he's an idiot. See them in the supermarket. So yeah, so he thinks that I am behind the times, just like everybody else, just because I was homeschooled or something. Or that I don't go out to work like other people do, or I don't go out here, there, and everywhere to college or whatever, like other people do. But just because of that doesn't mean to say that I'm still living in the dark ages. And like I don't know what's going on, because I do. So I talk to people people are always going on about gaming, so it's hard to miss. And everyone's always going on about Nintendo Switch. I mean, it's the newest fecking thing out. Even I know that. It's always been advertised everywhere. The only reason why he's doing this and trying to convince me that nobody uses them anymore and they're obsolete is because they're so expensive. He doesn't want to pay. Now, you might think he's a tight ass, and yes, you'd be right about that. But it's because he has 2 other kids to buy for, and they probably get all the latest, dead expensive shit. So, of course, he doesn't want to do that with the 3rd child, and he thinks that he can pull the wool over my eyes. Like I say, for the reasons I've just mentioned. So, anyway, and I don't kind of blame him because he's kind of struggling, and of course, his other kids demand all the latest things. But he thinks I'm going to be lower maintenance because, like I say, I don't go to school, so I'm not going to be like picked on because I don't have all the latest gadgets. So he thinks that he can just bypass me or something. Anyway, sorry, got to give my mum her tea. I'll be right back. I can hear her yelling and screaming, "Cup of tea!" Oh, I'll still have to wait because I've got to heat it up again now. Anyway, so apparently I've got 4 Patreons, but according to the payout part, it says I've got 4 £5 Patreons. But then in the other bit where it lists all of my patrons, it says I've only got 2 £5 Patrons, which is weird. Apparently I've got no higher paying patrons, which is odd because I keep seeing in the emails, oh, such a body has become a £30 Patreon or £40 Patreon or £50 Patreon. And yet when I go into it, it says I've only got lower tier Patreons. Well, I have one £30 and one £50, and then that's it. Like, no in-betweeners. But that's not the worst part. The dodgy freaking analytics are not the worst part. I'll tell you the drum roll. I'll tell you the biggest problem in a minute when I've just given my mum her tea. Well, you know she's going to buy them every 5 minutes, don't you? I'm not like everybody else who gets like hours to themselves. I'm on call like 24/7. So you've got to expect, like, even when I can't even have, like, from about 9 till bedtime, it's supposed to be my time to go on the computer and have me time. I might still get interrupted several times throughout that as well. I even have to be prepared for the fact that I might even get disturbed when I'm in bed as well. It's trying to sleep. Right. Just a few more minutes while I put the food on. I'm definitely going to wear this wig for my Halloween costume next year, maybe, if I wear that dress again. I like this new angle. Yeah, it's good. Thank you, Starman. I'm glad you like the outfit. Just in case you're just new here, I'll show you the full thing. I've still got all my Halloween decorations up, but don't worry, they're all coming down tomorrow. I'm going to be going this way, so I'm going to show you my outfit. I can show you my outfit properly from there. I just hope you can see properly. Hey, I've got more space. How did that happen? I was really struggling before. My mum must have done something about it. Probably because she kept getting freaking tripping up over the stupid bed. So that's my outfit that I wore today. I hope you like it. I think I'm going to sit down now. I've been stood up for ages, so I'll just get my drink. So I've just started recycling absolutely everything now that's plastic or foil or whatever, because we missed the bin collection, which means we've got like another fortnight's worth of rubbish to just be lingering around. So I may as well. So everything's going in the recycling bin now. When I say everything, I don't mean like tissues or whatever. Just things that used to be recyclable before they said, oh, it's not recyclable anymore. So anything plastic or whatever. Like crisp packets, they're not recyclable anymore. But they are some places, but not other places. It's really stupid. OB. Pretty sure. What? Anyway, so I drum rolled, and now, without further ado, I'm going to tell you the most annoying reason why I'm ranting about Patreon today. The most annoying thing that's happened. And that is that. So I said before that I've gotten loads of new Patreons lately. Patrons. I've got loads of new patrons, like in the last few days. So like every time I see my emails, no, that didn't look good. Every time I see my emails, it says new Patreon, new Patreon, new Patreon. It's great. I'm like so excited. They're all higher end Patreons, like £30 and £40. So I'm like, did it? And some people have like, put their own amount in. So instead of it being one of my set amounts, they've done their own. It's not just that they keep leaving as such. What they do is, and I'm not giving you guys a tip. This won't work for you because I've fixed it now, so this isn't going to happen anymore. So if you think that you guys can do this, you won't be able to, because I'm going to fix it so you can't do it. So I'm not giving you a tip. You can do this because it won't work in future. And I will be telling you that at the end. But what happened is, what they do is, especially one called Oliver John, he deliberately becomes a Patreon, like during the month. And then just before it's payday, which is the following month. So like if you become a Patreon in October, you don't pay until November 1st. So what he does is he becomes a fucking Patreon, and then just before it's payday, he leaves. He deletes his Patreonage, his pledge, or whatever you call it. And I thought, why are people doing this? And at first I thought, oh, it's probably because maybe people, they become Patreons and they realize it's not the content that they were expecting or something. And then they leave because it's like, oh, this is not for me, so I'm going to leave. No, I figured out why they do this. Because they do it every month. They become a Patreon. The same people become a Patreon and then fucking leaves. No, Oliver John. John. Oliver John. But he's called Oliver Mackenzie, really. I don't know why he calls himself Oliver John on there. He's changed his name again, on the Patreon. It's something like Pete or Peter or something now. He's changed his name. So it's Oliver Mackenzie, really. Oliver John Mackenzie, I think. Anyway, so they become a Patreon, especially so that they can view all my stuff. That's why they become a higher tier one, so they can see all my videos. And then they quit their Patreonage before payday. So they get to see my stuff pretty much for free. Which is fucking cheeky and stupid. Trying to fool you. Exactly. Now this person, I might have told you about him before, but he is the one who talks to me on and off. So he'll talk to me for a while, and then he'll disappear for a while, then he'll talk to me. And the last time we talked to him, he said he was going to become a Patreon and a higher tier one. It was like 25 Patreon. That was before I added all the other tiers. 25 was like the highest one. No, you haven't. Anyway, so we've been talking basically for years, but on and off. Shut up. Bloody phone. So, yeah. Rum and Coke, by the way. He's this guy who's been trying to put on weight. He's blonde and blue-eyed. He's quite handsome. He's just my type. He has a very wobbly belly. So sexy. And he's gotten even fatter since. So I thought one day we could meet up. But like I say, he kept chickening out and stopping talking to me for ages. So, yeah. Bit of a pain in the ass. But anyway, so lately he's becoming Patreon and then deleting his pledge before the first day of the next month when it's payout day. I think it's a stupid system that Patreon have. That's what I mean. These people are cheeky, but Patreon has enabled it by doing it in this way whereby they make it so that these people don't get charged until the following month. They should charge them straight away. Or if they insist on charging people the first of the next month, they should make everything so they can't see, my content before they pay. Like it should be like automatically private until they do their first payment. They're charged their first payment and then they're allowed to see stuff. Like that should be the setting that they automatically have. Like I believe that you can probably, Brad seems to think that you can make stuff private, but I don't think you can. So yeah, I think you should pay up front. I think they should be charged up front. But no. And now people have cottoned on to this and they're becoming patrons during the month so they can see all my shit for free. And then before it's payday, they fucking delete their pledge. And you guys are thinking, oh, I think I will do that as well. Oh, yes. I've got at least 6 people watching this. I mean, Brad and Richard wouldn't do that. They've been, Richard's been a Patreon for, it was a year in June. So June, July, August, June, July, August, September, October. Yeah. It's been a while anyway. It's been a year and a bit, so yeah. Now I've looked in all the settings, there's no options. So you guys are all thinking, oh well, like I say, oh I'll do it as well. I'll become a Patreon too. So it's like I'm giving them ideas. All these 5 people are now thinking, oh yes, I'll do that as well. I will become a Patreon and then quit it before the next month so I can see her content for free. But the joke's on you because I'm gonna delete everything. Seeing as how I can't make things private until payday, I'm gonna delete everything. And then people can't see my shit. Me birds Acosta. Indeed, you can see my belly. If you donate and request a special custom video. So I'm going to go back to doing custom videos anyway, like I was doing before, instead of doing Patreon. So I think it's ridiculous that they can see all the content before paying and then just fucking delete their pledge before payday and they're just seeing it all for free. And you know what? They'll be saving it too. Because another boo-boo that Patreon has made is they make it so you have to upload videos to a third-party website like YouTube or Vimeo. And, you can't really make it private on there and only like one person can see it. If it's, say, unlisted and only people with the link can see it, all these people who are becoming Patreons and then deleting their pledges can not only see the content, but they can keep it for life because all they have to do is save it to their playlist and they've got it for fucking life. I'm like, that's not fair. They've got my videos for fucking free. So, no, I'm not showing my belly unless you pay now. That's off limits. So, you'd better pay up if you want to see it. So anyway, so I'm going to make all my videos private. And only people who pay get to see them. And when I do show them my videos, I'm not going to upload them to YouTube anymore. I'm going to be just sending them the files or something. I don't know. I'll do it somehow. And I'm also going to write up a contract that they can't share it with anybody else. Because that's not fair that other people get to see my fucking videos for free. Yeah. See, I don't want to give away the milk for free anymore. I'd rather make some money off of it. So I'm charging to see my belly now. You're not getting to see it for free anymore. And like I say, it's really shit that people can just become Patreons, not pay until the following month. And they can see all my shit in the meantime and then delete their pledge. So I think that's pretty shitty. So yeah, I'm going to be deleting everything. And if people want to see my videos, they will have to, you know, donate to my PayPal, which is in the description below. You'd think Patreon would host content as well. Yeah. See, if I was able to upload the videos straight to Patreon and not a third-party one, like I say, I could make that private or something. But seeing as how it's on YouTube, yeah, these people can save it there. I don't think I can share it if it's private, like just one person. Only one person should be able to see it, the person that I've shared the link with. But it says anybody who has the link can have it. So these people, for all I know, might be sharing the link with other people and saying, oh, you can have this content for free because I've got it and I can share it with you. It's like, that is just really shit. It is rubbish. And they charge. Like, I mean, they take money from Patreon, so I don't even get everything. Although they don't take some from mine. They charge the patrons extra. So they get some. I still get everything that they're donated, but Patreon charge extra so they get some too. And that's not really fair to the patrons. So I don't really recommend Patreon, to be honest with you. Now that I've learnt more about it. I mean, I thought it was a great idea at first, but now I've learned all these things about it. It's shite. So I think I'm just gonna quit Patreon, and I'm gonna tell other people not to bother with it as well. And if they want to advertise their content and get paid for it, I recommend things like, I mean, I don't know everything about OnlyFans either, because I don't really use it because they want ID for you to use it. And I don't have ID, so I'm screwed. So I can't use OnlyFans either. So I can't really recommend it because I don't know the deal. They might have the same freaking system as the fucking Patreon, for all I know. Where, you know, but I do believe you have like a thing where you say, oh, you know, I will be on the £9 subscription. I'm not sure if you can cancel. You should have a contract where you can't just cancel it before. You know, you're like on a contract, you have to pay it once you've become a Patreon. That's another thing they could do. Like, you know, you can't quit before payday. You know, you have to pay at least one time before you can quit. You know, I think that they should be able to have that system at least, if they're not going to do the thing where everything's private until payday. It's just the stupidest system ever. But unfortunately, and very conveniently, you can't complain to Patreon. There's no way of contacting the fuckers. So I'm just going to have to hope that they see this video, because these are my complaints. It's just like with Asda. I couldn't complain to Asda about the incident a few weeks back. That he wouldn't serve me that one time at least. Like, even if they, you know, they said, that bloke said, we're not serving you anymore. Because I was already there, he could have just said, well, here's your prescription this one time, but we're not serving you ever again. So that's what happened regarding that. They just said, we're not serving you. Because one big baby had a problem with me. Who the fuck is he? Kim Jong-un or something? It's like, oh, well, I don't like this person because they committed the most minor crime against me, so nobody must serve her. Heil Hitler! You know, that's exactly what this person is like. Well, I don't know. I don't know why everybody's decided to get involved on this guy's behalf. But like I say, he must have some pull there. If you get everybody in the fucking store to stop serving me because I made a 5-second long video of him that just shows the desk. It's ridiculous. I wrote it in my diary, actually. Hang on, let me get that bit where... I know it's not what this video is about, but I just want to read this because it's so funny. It's proper like he's a dictator or something because he managed to get everybody to stop serving me. Like, what the people in there should have said to him was, they should have said, well, this is your problem. You've got the problem with that customer. So you don't have to serve them, but we're going to still serve her. That's what they should have said to him. But no, they've actually pandered to him. They've catered to him, even though it's just like one stupid guy. Hello? No, I didn't. It was shut. I don't know. Yeah. Oh, yes, please do. I didn't actually know. Will you last until tomorrow? I'll go tomorrow. No, that's true. Well, normally I would have been going today. Okay, I'll try. Yeah, I'm on the laptop. Better, isn't it? My phone will not let me do it. It will not let me live stream anymore. I don't know why. Just keep saying the audio and video is not available. Don't know why. I don't know what's happened. Okay. It's coming at... Oh, shit. It's coming. It's just on the go now. It's got 1 minute to go, and then I turn it over for another 10 minutes. It's early today anyway, either way. I know, well, you've got to wait. I mean, I could serve it to you raw, you know, uncooked properly. Well, you don't. Mm-hmm. Shit in hell. No. This is what happens when I get hair in my face. It itches me. Können ich gehen jetzt? You what? Okay. Yeah. I can't stop itching. See you later. That sounded funny. Looks better. Load. Conan is David, yes. Alright, once upon a time. Alright, I'll tell you the story real quick. What this live stream is about, but oh well. We talk about a variety of subjects on here. Well, I think I'm pretty much done with that subject anyway, so you know. On Thursday, we went to Asda for the third time. I made the mistake of going to the pharmacy part. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hello? Right. Okay, I'll be in the mo. I've got to do something else in a minute, but I'll just quickly read this to you. I made the mistake of going to the pharmacy part first, you know, Asda. I needed because I needed my prescription urgently, my puffer for the next day. I'd ran out and I was having slight breathing problems. I saw that Timothy Mason was serving people, but as soon as he spotted me, he scuttled off into the back. And some Asian bloke came out and took his place to continue serving people. That's fine. I'm glad not to be dealing with that big baby Timothy. But when I went to be served, the Asian guy told me that I was not to be served at all by any of the member of staff at that pharmacy because I harassed Timothy. Seriously? He's that fucking bothered that everybody was forbidden to serve me? Who is he? Their Lord and Master, Kim Jong-un? Yeah, sure, looks like him too. Can't believe they were going to refuse me my very urgent prescription because of a stupid little incident that happened like 3 months ago. Heck, he himself has served me a couple of times since then too. Why am I being banned now? I said. I think this is so crazy. They should have just told the big baby to suck it up because we're not turning away customers over stupid shit like this. I made a fuss, but it didn't make a difference. He told me I'd have to go to a different pharmacy. While I was already there! Ugh. So crazy, I was already there. He couldn't just have made an exception for this one time, but won't be serving me in the future. This is just the stupidest shit ever. Now I have to haul all across town in a taxi all the way to Boots in Concord Way. A special trip and spend more money. I was so pissed. I walked away immediately and texted my mum and told her what happened. That was also a big mistake because now I can't go out on the Thursday anymore because she told me not to go there anymore. So yeah, that's all I've gotten so far. I was really pissed. But nobody cares. Nobody cares. There was no way to contact the pharmacy. Yeah, Asda. I was going to just contact Asda. There was no way to contact them. I tried their number, but it said, this is not available at the moment. Please try online and contact us online. So I go online on the computer, and there was no way to contact them. But then I found like an area that says contact us. So I went into it and all it says is ring the number, gave the number, and I'm like, so I'll try it again in case it was a different number. I tried again. It's like, nope, you have to do it online. So you do the phone, it tells you to do it online. You go online and it tells you to do the number. Great. And no big surprise, we all know why we can't contact them. It's because they know that their service is so shitty that they'd be getting people bad mouthing them all day. So they've just cut off all contact, really, with the public. I'm surprised that anybody shops there. It's the most abysmal service. It's not just the pharmacy incident. There was other things too, like every week leading up to that moment with the pharmacy, I was being treated like absolute garbage, mainly by the staff at the cafe. I'm just going to read this and then I'll go into it. Called them on like 2 or 3 separate occasions and they still said it was out of stock. Got a call last week and they said your microphone boom arm is here if you still want to pick it up. Ring, 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 ring. Asked them how long it had been there and they said since July. The service is terrible. It's not even it's not the shopping experience part, it's the cafe bit and now the pharmacy and also the security guards are, dicks. I don't even care if they're watching this and listening. I don't even give a shit. They need to know. Like, I only tell the truth. They need to know the truth. That their service and the way they talk to people like me is abysmal. He's going on with himself, boss. He does. He always does this. Don't you, Dan? I don't even know how you spell it, pronounce your name. I don't even give a shit. Anyway, so I know I said this in my Asda rant one, but I'm going to say it again because it might be different people watching this. And I don't think many people watched that Asda rant one because it was all in the dark and nobody gave a shit really about the story. So while I've got people here, I may as well say it because, people can see me now. And that's all people were bothered about was the fact that they couldn't see me. They didn't give a shit about my problems. The people... I'm not gonna lie, I'm not really impressed with my fans at the moment because no one is loyal anymore just because I'm not showing my belly all over the place. So I'm not really very happy with my fans at the moment because they're not loyal anymore and they don't come on my live streams. So anyway, while I've got some people here, pathetic amount, 5, but at least it's better than 2, like it usually is now these days. Like 2 views. Anyway, so on the other occasions when I went there, first of all, this woman, right, I said, can I have a pizza, a fresh hot pizza, please? Pizza slice, not the whole pizza. I usually have 2 pizza slices. So I had one this time and she got it out and put it on the counter and I thought, that's going to go cold because I still haven't finished my order. That's 1. And 2, I hadn't finished paying yet. And 3, I had to go and get a different credit card because the one Ken gave me didn't work. So I had to go to Ken again and get another one. And do you know what happened? When I sat down and ate it, it was cold. And I went back to say, can I have another one? Or can you heat this one up, please? It's cold. She had the nerve to blame me for why it was cold. She said, oh, it's because you kept walking away. And I'm like, yeah, but you saw that the first card wasn't working, so I had to walk away to get another one. And secondly, you are the one that kept the fucking pizza slice out whilst I was still ordering and paying for the food. And I still had to go get my coffee before I could sit down to eat. And you just had it sat there on the counter out of the heaty uppy bit. But she was trying to blame me. Like, even if it was my fault, these people shouldn't be blaming the customers. I always thought that the motto was the customer is always right. Well, in this case, apparently, you're wrong. It's your fault that your fucking pizza slice is cold, even though I, the serving person, the serving food person lady, the lunch lady, whatever the fuck they're called, left the pizza slice out on the counter while I was still serving you and I still hadn't got your full order yet. Don't know that you heard that, the tablecloth. Oh my god! What are you doing? There's a dog scaring the shit out of me. I am sorry if I am not much help. It's okay. This wasn't after Asda Cafe. Yeah. I've never had a problem with them before. All of a sudden, they started being horrible. Like the last 2 times I went there, they were horrible. Before that third time, you know, when I went to the pharmacy part and they treated me like absolute garbage. So that was one incident. So they blamed me for my pizza slice going cold. I said, why don't you stop blaming me for why my pizza slice going cold? It doesn't matter the reason why it's cold. The fact is, my pizza slice is cold. Take it back. Either give me a fresh one or heat this one up. It's so simple. You don't have to start blaming me, even if it is my fault, which it wasn't my fault why my pizza slice was cold. It was her fault because she left the pizza slice out on the counter to get cold while I was still being served. Like, why didn't you just keep it in the counter bit, you know, the under the counter bit where the heat part was, you know, in the glass, behind the glass. She could have just kept it there until she was finished with my order, but no, she put it out on the cold counter. And it sat there for about 10 minutes or something. I can't believe she blamed me. Anyway, so that was incident number 1. And then a bit later, when a different woman called Jane brought the rest of the food, including the pizza slice, when I took it, I said, "Can I have some?" I was like distracted with Ken and talking to my mum or something. I don't know. I was quite distracted. I was trying to answer everyone's questions and stuff. And the woman got pissed off and had a go at me to say please and thank you. Oh no. Same reconnecting again. Oh, bollocks. Let me know if you guys can still hear and see me. You should report her to the management. You can't get in touch. I wish I'd reported it while I was there. I have tried to report them. The best I could do was find a review site where I can put a review for Asda on. I found that. And it says it goes straight to them, to Asda. You can tick a box to say, do you want it to actually be sent to Asda, this complaint, this review? So I ticked the box. Of course, I had to reword some things because I kind of insulted them a lot. Like, I called them bastards and stuff. I thought, if it's going straight to Asda, I don't want to be seen to be calling them names. I thought it was just like a random review site. I didn't realise it actually could go to Asda themselves. So I was going to call them to the hilt, but I decided to be more civil when I realised they'd be getting it. So I thought if I was calling them names, they'd go, "Oh, fuck it, we're not listening to that complaint. We're not doing anything about it," you know. You know how people are. Even though it's their fault, they still can't take insults or complaints. So I thought I'll have to be as civil as possible so that hopefully the manager will be like, "Oh my God, I can't believe this person went through that. Oh, I'll have to do something." Whereas if I called them bastards, it'd be like, "Oh my God, I'm not doing anything." You'd be like that. So I had to be like as nice and civil as possible. But that was like several weeks ago now. You know, they've not got back to me, so I'm presuming they've not read it or nothing's been done about it. So, like I say, now I've got 7 views right now. I want to urge these 7 people and anybody else who views this video, if they get this far in the future, this far in the video, please do not give Asda your business. Do not shop at Asda. I implore you. If the more people that stop shopping at Asda, the more these people are going to think, well, we're getting less custom now. So we're going to have to change our service and train better, more friendlier people who don't talk to grown-ass women of 29 like little children, urging this person, like me, I'm talking about, urging this person to say please and thank you. Like, the thing is, normally I do say please and thank you, but I was so distracted with Ken and everything else that was going on. There were screaming kids all over the place. And I was just a little bit busy. And she was being rude anyway. I would have been more inclined to say please and thank you if she was nicer. But she wasn't even that nice. She had a sour face, you know. It's like a slapped ass or something. I'm not really urged to be polite. And like Brad said, it's their job. You know, people don't have to say please and thank you. People are not always going to be grown up. Maybe children have all the time in the world and all the brain thing, whereby they're not as occupied. So they will think to say please and thank you. They will think of these little things. Whereas us adults, we have a lot to think about. So I think you can forgive us if we forget to say please and thank you every now and again. Like, you've got to realize that adults have a lot of stress on the mind. Like, they might have stress at work, like with their job, or they might have like debts to pay or loans to pay or bills to pay or something, or they might have something else on their mind that's bothering them. You don't know what's going on in their brain. So when someone's a little bit, not like, oh, please may I have a napkin, or oh, please may I have a fork. Those were the things that I was asking for. And then when she came behind me and went, here you go, and I'm like, I was in the middle of a conversation when she handed them to me, and she went, oh, thank you, like, like urging me to say thank you, and I was like, yeah, okay, bloody hell. Like, we have things on our minds. It was rude anyway of her, because why would I want to interrupt my conversation to say please and thank you to this person whose job it is to serve me? If I can say we have nothing else to do, nothing else is going on, then we might think to say please and thank you. But you can forgive us if we don't, because we have a heck of a lot of stuff on our mind. Like I said, don't know. It's a commission request. She will do it for a donation. Oh, is it people going on about belly stuff again? Like, I'm trying to talk about important stuff here. Be bought by two packies. Bought. No, Asda. How's good they have that? Just reading stuff now. You would look great in a maxi skirt. Oh, for God's sake, stop going on about that. Yeah, they sound like a shady place that doesn't treat their customers well. I don't know. It is a commission request. Well, you keep going on about it, Starman. Asda. Asda is with an S. Stop having a gorgeous belly then, and people won't get so distracted. I'm not even showing it, though. How are people going to get distracted when I'm not showing it? Yeah, that's what I'm on about. I know. Brad, that guy, that fat ear lover person, is just going to think that he's agreeing with you because you said that. I'm putting Z on purpose. Oh, right, okay. Yeah. It's just that I would